Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Funko Legacy Collection action figure of Kylie from Fantastic Mr. Fox. I think Kylie's one of the better figures in this series by Funko. He may not be the best character, but as far as the actual figure goes, he has the most mass. Like, technically, you get the most bang for your buck with him. Some of his other figures are really skinny and have really tiny feet and, like, can't even stand on their own. And, this one totally can stand on his own, and I just think he has like some really good detail. Let's go in for a closer look so you can see what I'm talking about. Some of the, like, Mr. Fox is just like an orange painted face, but this has gray and then like brown tones. To me, there's just more detail in the paint of this figure as far as where he has hair or fur on him. If you look at his arms and even his little feet there, and the fact that the bottom of his feet have like a little tan base to them. Also, there's some really good sculpting going on for this figure. Taking a closer look here, just like the zipper line of his vest. And what I really dig, though, more than anything, is his hat. There's some great texture going on to that hat. And a lot of good little details that have been painted on. You can see there in the back. Also, they did a darker wash over it, which highlights the texture that was sculpted in. So, I'm really happy with this figure as far as the details of it go. And his ears look good. I like how dirty they are with the little red lining to them. I think they did a great job painting his face too. I like his eyes. He doesn't have the full-blown crazy eyes, but you do get that stare going. The paint on his mouth can be a little wonky, but the overall sculpt of the figure, the shape of him, as far as capturing the shape of that character into action figure form, is great. Now the paint on the figure is good too. Like the belt line looks good, except for where it stops. That's a little weird. But the tail looks good, and there's an articulated joint there. It kind of moves. It's a little tight, but it does manage to move a little bit. Articulation on the ankles is good. He's got a hinged knee joint that also swivels, so you got a swivel hinge there. The actual top of the leg, though, you can't get them to move forward and back that much, but they do swing out a little bit. And then you've got the waistline cut, ball hinge shoulders, and then the hinge at the elbow, and a swivel at the hands. He's actually got a pretty decent range of motion on the head. I mean, looking left to right isn't great, but he does manage to look up and down rather well. It's a pretty good joint. It's not too tight. He does come with a few accessories, like this tiny little apple and an even tinier credit card. See if I can get a shot of that. It's so tiny, but it even says, I think it says Platinum card on there. Yeah, super tiny. And he also comes with this figure stand, which has, you know, a thicker peg and a thinner peg for coordinating the feet. And this is the third figure in the series, and it's got a little number 3 on the figure stand disc. It's a good thing this figure can stand well on its own without the figure stand, because I could not get the pegs to go all the way into the hole, so that's a little disappointing to me. Also disappointing is the fact that the belt was not fully painted. Funko's rather inconsistent paintwork rears its ugly head again, because that's like a major section of his pants to not be painted. Those complaints aside, it's a really good looking figure. Here he is holding the apple and the credit card, and I think the sculpt on this is really good. They did a pretty good job with the paint as far as his fur and his eyes and his hat, and not the belt. But otherwise, I dig this figure. Thanks for watching.